Right, so I popped to the tackle shop today and I picked up some of these. This is just net, but it's tougher net because I'm going to use this for the bait bags in the prawn pots that we're going to be building, but also I've got to repair the one I already had because the lobsters tore it open very, very quickly actually, because I only used prawn net and it's not strong enough to withstand that. And that one's just for one of the pots. I've got a couple of these in the pots, but quite often I'll use normal crab pot net. But these can be useful because they can hold the bait longer, but at the same time they trap all the bones, so you've got to empty them, which is an annoyance. The crab pot net, they tend to fall out over time. And I picked up that because we always need line for doing crab pots. But the most important thing that I picked up and what I went for was the keel band for the new boat. So this is just plastic keel band, it's plastic, acrylic, something like that. It's tough stuff, very tough. Now I see quite often people say on boat places, oh, is it any good using the plastic stuff? You know, is they seem to think metal one. This is perfectly fine. I've had boats on moorings for years which dry out pretty much every few hours. They go onto stone sand, and this stuff, it'll last you for years. And it's pretty much what I've ever used. I have used metal one, but I've had to replace metal keel bands before because they obviously rust out. Obviously if you get a stainless one, but a stainless keel band, what was it? For a 14-foot boat, it was something like 170 quid. Not here, but when I looked it up online. And for this was, well, it's £9 a length and it's 3 metre lengths. I only need 2 lengths really to do the boat. I bought 3 just to cover myself. So, and plus I can use it on the dinghy as well, because the dinghy actually out there's a little tiny dinghy and it's only got steel, and that is rusted away since the time I put it on. So there you go, whereas the plastic ones I've never had to change them twice. Anyway, we'll be sorting that out another day with the boat. God, you got some dirty minds. It's a rod holder! So, rod holder. Now this isn't going to fit on the gunnels because my gunnels are too thin for this, but I can put it into the back seat, or the front seat even, but the back seat, just to hold the rods. Basically when I trail and things, it's useful. Normally I'd have the rods down across the seat, but my seat is far more forward, which makes it difficult. Now you can buy these ones that go up on like brackets or clamp onto things, or you just screw on, which are stuck up in the air. The trouble with those, they're getting in the way of ropes and things, and it wouldn't be long before a rope got wrapped around one and just ripped the whole thing out. So I'm going to try this. I've only bought the one. I can always go back and get another one if I want one either side of the rear seats, but for now I'm going to put the one in there, and that's good enough just to dump a rod in for trailing, or to put this rod in if I'm like want to quickly do some spinning to put the mackerel line out of the way, that kind of thing. So I've gone with that. I was also looking at the bought rod holders you can buy, but it's where to put it at the moment. I might just make custom ones for the boat. Anyway, today's video, squid jig, bought that as well. Today's video is going to be back out in the boat again, and it was probably one of the calmest days of the year, so it makes such a difference I think to the quality of the video. Obviously when you get a really, really calm day, which is very rare over here. There's normally a bit of wind, or normally quite a bit of wind. Hopefully our new Dodger thing on the front of the boat will shield it from the wind, even if I can get the camera. I might even try putting the camera low so we get a better thing against the wind and stuff for next year. Going to try and improve all that anyway, make the videos a lot better. So anyway, back to this one, and this was probably one of the calmest days of the year. Well, I said on another trip it couldn't get much calmer, and the next day it got calmer. So yeah, it's high tide now. This is amazing seeing it so flat, there's no swells, nothing, just complete calm. There's a big high pressure in the Atlantic, that's why there's no swell, but also no wind. Now yesterday it did this, and well, the last couple of days it's been calm, and then it's picked up a bit breezy later on, so we'll see what happens. Now we're going to go out. I've got to get mackerel once again. Put up a thing last night and got orders for mackerel, so I'm going to go and do that. And one thing I want to do actually is just, oh actually that can actually stay there. That angle, yeah. So we need about, hold on, we'll get it actually. Need about 40 mackerel, I think. Oh, this thing never goes through, it's lined up. Now the next couple of days there's going to be wind, so, well, for at least probably 4 days I would have thought, looking at the charts. I probably won't be out for a few days. Definitely won't be fishing. Might sneak out for the pots, but I doubt it. So I'm going to get everything set today. I set everything up yesterday actually because I thought they said that it was going to be breezy today, but look at it. They changed their minds when I got home. So, yeah, I might just go and check some pots down that way. Get them reset again. Lots of bait fishing here as well. There's so much bait fish around. Like I said, probably said before, it's I believe it. Personally believe it's because just isn't the big shoals of mackerel around anymore, and there's just tons and tons of little bait fish which the mackerel would have eaten, you know, in their vast shoals. Now you've got tiny little shoals of mackerel, massive great shoals of tiny bait, and it's everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go around here anyway, in the bay, out the bay, that way, it's just everywhere, and you see the bass feeding on it. Of course you can't catch the bass because they're all feeding on that as well, so yeah. Right, let's get going. Taking a while to get out there. We're fighting the spring tide at the moment. You get a strong current run through. If I just stop the boat, and if you see that rock over there, stop the boat. You might be able to see how fast we start drifting back. Fighting this tide, we're actually doing about 4.5 miles an hour. That's it. Like I say, we're directly against the current. So. I say 4.5 miles an hour, but we have got a high thrust prop on, so it helps a bit. The birds, there's thousands of them. They're all heading down south by the looks of it. They were here, but they're moving on. Obviously, that's not a good sign for me. But there might be some mackerel. I'm going to try for the mackerel out here on the high tide, because it's normally better for them now. But not always. Quickly stop here, I thought I saw a fish. Or a shoal at the bottom. Might have just been a rock. Probably just a rock. I don't know though. Something's having to go. here. That's promising. Not what I wanted. There we go. Did that really just snap? Oh, come on, I'd be pulled on the bloody thing. Okay, it's just a weight. That's alright then. I know I did put a weaker line on the weight, so that'll be it. Line 3, lovely job. Lost one. Never mind. Right, I'm going to go do the pots. So we've come to check our pots. We've only had a 24-hour soak. I just want to see if they catch in 24 hours. They caught well the last two trips over a 48, so see if we get them on 24. Plus I moved the set to a place where I've had nice lobster before. All down to whether it's been potted during the winter and that, whether it's got lobster in it or not. or whether there's just many lobster there this year. Right, let's check this one first. Plus I did drop this on a higher tide, and it's always trickier getting it to land where you want it to on a higher tide. There is a bit of blowy weather coming, so I want to get these baited up. Look at it. 24-hour soak. 3 lobsters in it. 2 are probably size, 1 is under. But that's definitely size. Big male. And another one. And that will be size as well. And there's a little one in there as well. There's a little one. Like spider crab. And there is a small lobster in there, but not a very big one. That's another baby one. The big spider. And a nice lobster as well, good. Look at that. That's a beaut. Absolute beaut, that one. Another giant spider. Yeah. And another lobster. It's almost an identical pot. Spider. And this one's got the bait, guys. So that's good that we checked it. Otherwise it would have sat out here for the next few days. Lobster will need checking, that one. Probably under that one. Decent one. Decent lobster. No, too small. Yeah, that one's well over. The other one anyway. Right, well, we've got our sundeal, we've got our lobster, and we've got our spider crab. And we've got a box full of mackerel and a few pollack. So I've basically filled my box and left it at that. So, good day. Now I'm just cleaning the boat up. I'm going to sort the boat out, and then tomorrow morning I'm just going to come and bring the boat back on the inside, I think, because there's some strong winds coming. So it's a bit unknown how strong. So better to be safe than sorry. Even though it'd be alright out here, it's just a case of being able to get to it when we don't know.